Mike, this is now year number 2 for you at Wells College. When you first stepped on campus as AD, September of 2014, what was on your short list of goals for the athletics department?
Well, what I was impressed about Wells College, first and foremost, was its commitment to educating our students and providing them with an excellent experience. And I saw the potential in that with regard to how what we provide our students through the athletic program. I wanted to get to know the students well. Okay, I needed to get to know our coaching staff and athletic staff well to see what motivates them, what their goals are. But I think the bottom line is I wanted to set up a program and continue with some of the work that my predecessors had done, but also add some things so that we were able to provide our student athletes with an excellent academic and athletic experience. I wanted them to see athletics as a vehicle for preparing them to become leaders and active citizens when they get their degrees and go out into the real world, as they say. Being able to think for themselves and be creative in terms of how they solve problems, and really one of the things I think values that athletics brings to fore, and especially here at Wells because of our size and who we are, is the value of collaborating with others. So that was on my relatively short list.
What are the conversations like? Describe them a little bit that you have with the student athletes and the professors and the academic staff.
What's it like to be a Wells student? Okay, why did you choose to come to Wells? Why did you choose to teach here and work here? And to a person, it's all about really the community that we have here in Aurora. It's a great way. We talk about in athletics. We often talk about these silos that exist, and they're non-existent here, Jeremy. The work I do in athletics, I also do some teaching as well, as far as a transition from high school to college course that we have. I oversee a physical education program, which is exciting. And so what I really like about this is the lack of silos and the seamlessness of how athletics plays a big role in a student's education. And to a person, from the students, from the student and the non-student athletes, the student athletes, the faculty, the staff, they all get it. And everyone is very supportive of the other. It's just a great community.
And that community is growing. The athletic department is growing, new teams, new fields. And, since you've taken over as AD, so as I mentioned, prior to the 2014-15 academic year, when do you remember fist pumping at an accomplishment of a team or a player?
Did you say fist pumping?
Yeah, celebrating. When do you remember celebrating an accomplishment? Giving the old roar and a fist pump.
Well, it's always great when you can make an improvement, and I'm not going to say that I started this there was an awful lot of people before me and with me as far as getting our new gym renovated and our turf field started and mostly completed at this point. Those are some major accomplishments, I think, that were started long before I got here. Certainly it would not happen without the vision and the leadership and the support of our board of trustees, our president, our provost, and all the administrative and faculty and staff here. Just an outstanding, to me, that's just a great accomplishment. And I got to tell you, Jeremy, I do get a bit, just a kind of little inner happiness. I smile to myself whenever I hear an alum come in. Just the other day, an alum came by and said, "I can't believe how gorgeous that turf field is." He says, "That is something that's really special." So there's maybe a little fist pumping there. Okay, but I always get real happy when I see our student athletes succeed. Okay, whether it's winning a game or just doing their best out there, beating the odds, so to speak. And we've had some we've had some very successful teams over the last few years.
Wells College Athletic Director Mike Lindberg is my guest on BTL. You mentioned the construction of the new turf field. It'll be used for a lot of different sports: field hockey, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, softball. How is that new turf field looking? What's an update on the construction?
The turf field is done. The lighting is done. Okay, we have some adjustments that we're going to be making to the lights to try to reduce some of the glare off the property site. but still try to make sure that we're maintaining NCAA standards in terms of making sure our student athletes are safe on the field as well. What's left to complete at this point are the dugouts and the press box, and we want to get some bleachers in there and pathways to those things and additional landscaping just to make it look real nice. So it's a field that's it's pretty unique. We thought a little bit out of the box on this one. It combines soccer and field hockey, and then it also has lacrosse in the spring and softball and baseball in the spring as well. Those are our two additional sports that we're adding starting next year.
I know during your college days you were a soccer player up at Lemoyne. I know it's cold outside. Had a chance to get out there, dust off the old soccer ball?
I think my skill level, actually I never had any skills when I was playing for Lemoyne, but it was an awful lot of fun. But it's just a great surface to play on.
Mike Lindberg, the athletic director over at Wells College, he's with me here on Between the Lines. Mike, this past summer you hired the school's first ever baseball coach, Dave Valcente. The program's set to begin play as early as next season. What was that process like, developing a whole brand new sport for the college?
It's actually, and just we were also developing softball as well. It's starting from the ground, from ground zero is there's an awful lot of work, and David and Liz have done an excellent job. First and foremost, taking a look at what we need. David often jokes that the only baseball that exists on our campus at the time he came in was the one that's sitting in a glass enclosed case from my days of working on the National Baseball Committee for the NCAA. So we got to buy, all the things that we have to purchase and get. But first and foremost, we've got to recruit a team. And both Liz, Coach Lipinski, and David, Coach Valcente, have just been working real hard all over the country, trying to find and get students who are interested in playing their sports and coming to Wells. Trying to find the right fit. And they've been very successful so far. I'm very pleased and very, very encouraged.
What role do you play in that? Because it is a new program. You're rebooting the softball program, but a new baseball program, as you mentioned, from the ground up. What role do you play in recruiting and trying to get players to come?
I think with a new coaching staff fresh here is helping them understand the Wells way, okay? Who we are at Wells, giving them a sense and a feel for why a student athlete may choose Wells over another school. So it's that academic and that cultural and the whole community environment that we have here. So getting them to understand some of that, along with some helpful information along the way. But most importantly, I think, is giving them the support and getting out of the way. We hired these two, and we hired all of our coaches. They're outstanding and excellent in every single way. The best thing I can do sometimes is to get out of their way and let them do what they do best. And provide them, every once in a while, provide them some guidance. Once in a while, I have to say no, okay? But we do have a budget, and so we do have to make sure we're staying, in line with our budget and stuff. But really, it's providing them the support that they want and letting them do their thing.
Mike, sounds like a lot going on over there. Have a great weekend, and I appreciate the time.
Thanks, Jeremy, and thank you for everything that you do for our local sports.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.